Good evening and welcome to Leeds Metropolitan News. I'm Henry Arnold.
And I'm Charles Engwell. Our headlines today.
Barristers and solicitors are protesting over the government's latest round of cuts to legal aid.
Shadow Chancellor Ed Balls tells Leeds Met News that he thinks about the troubling situation in Ukraine, and we find out how it is affecting the community closer to home.
Get your pillowcases at the ready. A fight is breaking out in Leeds city centre, and we're here to find out more.
There have been protests outside the courts in Leeds today. Lawyers from the city joined those in London, Manchester and Birmingham, striking against government cuts. Our reporter Alice Booth has the story.
Thousands of lawyers have walked out today for the second time this year in protest of legal aid cuts. The government is attempting to save £220 million from the £2 billion annual budget for legal aid. Barristers and solicitors were outside the Leeds courts today protesting.
We dedicate our professional lives to ensuring that, no matter what pressures it faces, this system works. These cuts will ensure only the rich can access justice.
Ordinary people will be affected again, as the slashing of legal aid funding will lead to cheap, inexperienced lawyers, often based miles away, who will be under pressure to cut corners and move from one case to another at breakneck speed.
At the moment there are currently 20 firms or 22 firms in Leeds who offer duty solicitor work to the public. The reforms will change that so that there are 17 firms in the whole of West Yorkshire carrying out that work.
Nobody's suggesting that savings don't have to be made, but they can be found in other places. This is the wrong way to do it, and it's been done by a government who seem to know the price of everything but the value of nothing.
It suits Mr. Grayling's agenda to make this an argument about money, but it's not. It's an argument about people getting proper representation and seeing the due process of law carried out. If his reforms, in inverted commas, go through, that won't happen.
The latest round of cuts is destined to destroy many high street solicitors' firms, and also means that independent criminal advocates like myself that both prosecute and defend won't be able to be in the same cases anymore. And that's why we're taking the unfortunate position that we have to not attend court today in protest of what's happening.
After days of rising tensions between Russia and the Ukraine, we spoke to Shadow Chancellor Ed Balls in Leeds to find out his views on the current situation in the region.
With tensions escalating between the Ukraine and Russia, politicians from around the world are expressing their opinions on how to best deal with the crisis. Earlier today, I met with Shadow Chancellor Ed Balls to find out his opinion on the situation.
I think it's really dangerous and very worrying. People across the country will, be concerned. It's the biggest threat to our security here in Europe for a very long time. Nobody can feel comfortable about the idea that a Russian leader just walks into another country, the Ukraine, and takes over the Crimea. Now, there's been a massive revolution going on in Ukraine. I don't think people were expecting that to happen. It's happened very quickly, and I don't know whether Mr. Putin was intending to do this, but he's certainly done it. We need to make sure we calm this down, and then we then say to the Russian leadership, you can't behave in this way.
I also spoke with Leeds Ukrainian community leader Peter Sabaniak to see what he thought the government should be doing to help the situation in the area.
Oh, it makes me extremely happy. It makes me so happy that we've finally got a Ukrainian government now that perhaps may care more for the people of Ukraine than the previous corrupt ones did. And so we've got great hope for the future. Yes, we have a problem with Putin sat in Crimea with all sorts of threats, but we've been occupied by the Russians for many, many generations. We've fought the Russians. We're not frightened of the Russians.
In the coming days, talks will continue about how to best deal with the crisis. We can expect economic sanctions on Russia and travel bans on those who are deemed responsible for the situation. Chris Hitchens reporting from Leeds.
Police are investigating allegations of sexual assault in a city centre bar. The incident occurred at Yates's Wine Lodge on Woodhouse Lane. Detectives have released this CCTV image of 3 witnesses they would like to speak to after a woman was attacked on the 18th of February. If you have any information, please contact Detective Lee Tim of Leeds CID on 101.
Local authorities across Yorkshire believe it will cost more than £1 billion to fix the region's road networks, with it taking up to 11 years to complete the backlog of repairs. The region's roads will be under scrutiny this year as the Tour de France, the world's biggest cycle race, begins in Leeds on the 5th of July. North Yorkshire, which has the country's third largest road networks, currently receives £28 million a year from the government for road repairs.
Now, when you think of Guinness World Records, you may think of records for being the world's tallest man or how long someone can hold their breath underwater. Well, how about the world's largest pillow fight? Tomorrow, students from both Leeds Metropolitan and Leeds University are attempting to break the record for how many people they can have pillow fighting at any one time. All in the name of charity, this event tomorrow is hoping to see over 5,000 people take part.
I think it's a really good idea. It's good for charity. Anything's better for charity. It's good for local charity and for people in Greece as well.
If it goes ahead and you get 5,000 people to do it, then it goes for a good cause, and it'd be a good laugh, I guess. I would take part in it, but I'm actually at work, so obviously I can't. I work weekends, so. But I would take part.
I think it's a really good idea. It's raising awareness about the problems in Greece, and I'll be taking part.
I think it's a really good idea, personally. I mean, you get to have a bit of fun and you're raising money for a charity and a good cause, so I think it's brilliant.
I'm here on Brigham with the Power Volunteers, trying to find out more about the world record pillow fight tomorrow. I'm Alice Kidd, reporting from Leeds.
It's a great opportunity to be part of this attempt because it's at the same time fun and we help people that they actually need help. It's going to be great because we will find ways to have money and help the people in Greece and not only in Greece.
So what made you get involved in the cause?
Okay, why not get involved in it? I mean, it's for a good cause, yeah. We're going to raise money and send it to Greece to help people who are in need. It's going to be an attempt to break the world record, yeah. So it's going to be fun.
So we are joined now live in the studio by Pip Sepalidis, one of the volunteers for the event, and he's here to tell us more. So welcome, Pip. Basically then, how did the idea come about? Who kind of formed it? Where did it come from?
So, okay, our volunteering community Power has been holding very entertaining and exciting events over the last couple of years in Leeds. The idea of a pillow fight came about because we think it's a very efficient and very easy way to help people in need. So also it's a Guinness World Record, so we're giving people the opportunity to participate in something big, once in a lifetime opportunity, and we think that's very, very exciting.
Absolutely. What about your personal involvement? Why did you kind of want to get involved?
I personally got involved in because I heard about this activity and I thought that the passion and determination that the people had behind this was absolutely amazing, so I could not be part of this.
So what are the charities doing and what's happening in Greece that you are trying to help out at the moment?
Okay, the event is in aid of a non-for-profit organisation in Greece called Desmos. Desmos' mission is to enable collaborations between individuals and organisations that are in a position to help and people who are in need, and charities and welfare organisations. So this is actually accomplished by utilising surplus products and services and making sure that these products and services are given to people who need them most. Now, I would like to say at this point that the event tomorrow has three good causes behind it. Firstly, the profits will go to heating fuel for Greek schools which have not been able to pay for their heating bills over the last couple of years. Secondly, products will be provided to welfare organisations in Greece and Cyprus. And thirdly, the pillows and some of the profits that will be raised tomorrow will be distributed to homeless people and charities in the UK.
Amazing.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Good luck with it all, and I hope it all goes to plan.
Thanks.
Tonight, the Tetley Art Gallery plays host to the 17th Annual International Contemporary Artists Book Fair. The event at the former Landmark Brewery is running all weekend. We sent our reporter Neve Hamill down there to find out more.
Hi, I'm Neve Hamill, and in connection with World Book Day yesterday, I'm here at the Tetley Factory in Leeds, which is host to the 17th Annual Contemporary Book Fair this weekend. So let's go and take a peek inside and find out more. I'm here at the exhibition in partnership with Pages. This is the first time the Tetley Gallery has played host to the International Contemporary Book Fair, as for previous years it's been at the Parkinson Building at Leeds University. I'm here with Chris Taylor, the creator of this event. Chris Taylor, can you tell me something information about this event?
Yeah, this is the 17th International Contemporary Artist Book Fair. The first time it's been held at the Tetley, previously at Leeds University. And it's going to bring together over 50 different national and international artists to show off their artist books, which is a particular genre of our practice where artists use the book format as their medium for creating. Yeah, as well as obviously the participants selling and presenting their books, we have a series of talks. The first one by Nicky Bird, talking about the family archive and the photographic archive in particular, and how it's come back into existence as a medium again for artists to use within their practice. It was nice to make a change after 9 years at the university, which is an academic institution, so it brings particular baggage with it. It's also nice to come to a new venue like the Tetley, which is actually being set up by 3 people who were students on the fine art course at the university in past years. Linking her Armenian background, family history, and the fact that they all lived in Iran and then all had to be dispersed around the world after the Iranian Revolution.
This event is on from 6 p.m. tonight till 9 and will go on all weekend, and this is free to the public, so make sure you come on down.
John Roll, head of Leeds Museum and Galleries, has published his new book, which reveals his favourite pieces from the collections of the city. Emily Horton went to the City Museum to talk with him and discuss the museum's growing success.
Leeds City Museum is the largest local authority museum service in England and Wales, with 9 sites, 1.3 million objects in its rich and diverse collections, which have a reputation of their quality. John Rolls, who has 30 years of experience in museums and has been head of Leeds Museum since 2004, speaks about his newly published book on his favourite selected pieces from the council's collections.
Part of a series done by the publisher Scala that asks directors and heads of museum services to sort of select their favourite pieces in their collections. So we're in nice select company with lots of international museums and big national museums as well. So that's quite nice. It's always a challenge. It's a bit like, questions, who's your favourite child? You can't win. Trying to raise the profile from the point of view of attracting more tourists. I mean, at the moment, we are getting about 10% of our visitors are coming from outside of Yorkshire and Humberside, which is still pretty good because it's like 120,000 people or whatever. But we'd like to get more of that sort of side of things and raise the profile more and make people realise much more what wonderful resource there is here and get them to come, because that's advantageous, obviously. But we want to build on some of the things like the schools programme and the youth involvement and a lot of the community work we do. We do things like there's an annual exhibition that we do in the Bexley wing at the hospital every year for several months of showing things from the collections, etc. So we want to do more of that sort of work and that sort of activity as well. So it's about broadening the breadth and hopefully continuing to raise the profile.
So with visitors doubling in the past 5 years, the City Museum is growing in strength. With popular expositions such as The Ancient World, there are big plans for 2014.
And finally, this evening's weather. It's to remain mild across the Leeds area. This was the view of Leeds city centre this afternoon, with temperatures reaching 11 degrees across the city. As for the rest of the weekend, you can expect sunny spells throughout, with temperatures reaching as high as 13 degrees Celsius.
That's all from us this evening. I'm Charles Engwell.
And I'm Henry Arnold. Thank you for watching Leeds Metropolitan News. Goodbye.